Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Dani Leigh. Now it's interesting because she's been in the news lately over controversy. People are coming to the conclusion that she has something against black women. I'm going to be looking into that to see if it's true and to see what's there, if there's anything there. But let's see what's up. So I'm going to get her general energies before I start asking questions, especially about do she have issues with black ladies? But before I get to that, let's see what's going on. Love issues. I'm definitely seeing love issues. Not just that, toxic love situations. This is a deep situation, right? It's kind of just like when you can't separate yourself from somebody. So I'm getting that she's still in that situation. I mean, I don't know if it has to do with the baby as of yet, but I'm seeing that she hasn't shook that sort of vibe off. It's like she attaches herself to someone and then it becomes like a toxic symbiotic relationship where she can't survive on her own. So I mean, deep shit. Let's see what else is going on with her. There's a lot of chaos in her life. It's definitely a lot of chaos in her life. Not just that, it's making her weak. It's definitely making her weak. Because this chaos theory, right, this particular card, it speaks of when life forms are more complex, when they're more strong, when they're more healthy, when they're in their original state, right? But over time, things become simpler and weaker. It doesn't actually grow to be better. It actually becomes weaker. So it's kind of just like all this chaos, this symbiotic relationship, it's making her weak. And she can't run away from that. Not just that, it's a lot of things that she's dealing with as far as emotionally. This card has to do with your internal health, how you feel, what's happening beneath the surface. You know what I mean? Because again, this is the moon, the earth, and the sun. It speaks of how she feels internally. It's kind of just it's an issue with her and her value, her self-worth. That's what I'm seeing. She has issues with that. It's causing issues for her. I'm getting the energy of insecurity. Let's see what else might be happening. All right, a lot of cards, but I'll take it. She's trying to create during this time. That's what I'm seeing. She's trying to create during this time, but it's showing me some deep shit, right? Because I was telling you that it has to do with toxic energies as far as her being in a symbiotic relationship. And her creativity, I gotta call it as it is, even though it's gonna be blunt. She's sleeping around with other people to create. This is how she's supporting herself. This is how she's sustaining herself through a toxic situation. You see this card landed here. So it's showing me it's kind of just that's how she's able to sustain herself. This card has to do with wealth, kind of like the abundance in your life. How she finds abundance and wealth and how she's able to sustain herself is through toxic situations. I'm going to call it as it is. You know, she sleeps with people to get by. Let me just say, for the sake of YouTube, this is all allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But it's like she's an escort. Damn. These are some deep-ass energies for sure. Now, these three cards fell out face down, so it has to do with her emotions. So let's see what's going on. The Tower. She's uncomfortable. She's definitely uncomfortable. Not just that. It's the foundation is always pulled from her feet. She can never find stability. This is showing me some karmic situations. It's like she can never find peace. There's always something going on with her foundation because the Tower, it represents your foundation. So it's something going on with her foundation. She's really uncomfortable. Not just that, this is a spiritual card, the integration, right? Because this has to do with kind of just your body microorganisms, kind of just when you hook up with people sexually, the sort of shit that you can pick up internally. She picked up a lot of karma from these dudes. This is really deep, but it's her being a side piece, because it's showing me she's still a side piece for someone else. This is a third party situation. It's kind of just she keeps accumulating karma. She keeps accumulating stress. Not just that, the beliefs of these guys that she's hooking up with, it's entering into her body. And this is going to sound graphic, but I have to put it this way. She keeps having all these dudes ejaculate inside of her, and kind of like their fears, their sort of just like dumbass thoughts, it's entering into her system. She's a very disturbed lady. She's definitely a very disturbed lady with no goddamn peace. Not just that, the moon is here. It's like she doesn't see it. So it's funny, people be like, yo, she plays the victim. She knows what she's doing. I'm going to call it as it is. She doesn't know what she's doing. You see how this lady head is in the clouds? Like she's basically dumb and shit? Because she's all caught up in illusions. That's what I'm seeing. And what came to mind is immaturity. She's caught up in immaturity. Let's look deeper with this situation. What can we see regarding these energies? She wants to find a friend. But you see how the card didn't want to completely come out? It's kind of just like she's trying to find a friend. She's trying to find someone to link up with where they can be like friends and be close. But nothing's going to come from it with these dudes, these people. You know, the card didn't want to fully come out. It just basically stood right here, but I just took it. So it's kind of just like these dudes try to act like they fuck with her, act like there's something here, act like they're friends. But everything is force. That's what I'm seeing. This is forced energies. What else can we see? Nothingness. What was I telling you? That nothing is here. You see this shit, right? I was telling you, it's like she wants to hook up with these dudes, but it's nothing but drama and trauma. It's like the more she hooks up with these dudes, you know what I mean? The more she like takes in their spirits, their DNA, however you want to put it, it's just bringing her down. It's making her weak. Not just that, it's bringing chaos into her life. And she doesn't feel complete because there's nothing here. This is really sad, actually, because it's showing me it's kind of just like a female that's looking for support, a female that sustains herself through sex. But at the end, it's like she has nothing to work with. She has nothing to show for it. At least that's how she feels, you know. I know she has like a YouTube channel and she posts music videos. I don't know what else she does. But it's like some people might think that's cool. But for her, she doesn't feel complete by any of this. She does not feel complete. What else can I see regarding this situation? Breakthrough. Everything is forced. That's what I'm getting. It's like she wants breakthrough, but she's trapped. It's like 1 minute she feels like, oh, okay, like I made this. It's kind of like an immature energy, right? It's kind of just like, it's showing me something funny, right? It's kind of just like for girls or even some guys maybe, like when you're like in junior high and you feel like you got a new outfit and you feel like you could take on the world. Or for like the ladies, like when they dye their hair, they feel like they're doing something, they could take on the world. That's her vibe. She feels like, oh, okay, I'll put this music video out. Okay, I'm performing, like I can take on the world, right? Meanwhile, there's a lot of other issues going on. That's what I'm seeing. It's like she feels like there's been breakthrough, but she's still trapped. Damn, it is what it is. Not just that. The real shit that she needs to be confronting, because it's funny, right? She feels like she's doing something again, right? By like making these music videos, by like performing and shit. But the real shit she needs to be addressing is the sexual shit. That's the shit she's lazy with, right? Because 9 represents Sagittarius. It represents divine wisdom, right? Divine wisdom is telling her, hey, look, you need to watch out who you're hooking up with. You know, you need to protect yourself. And I'm not trying to be extra, but she needs to watch out because I'm seeing an infection. It's not looking too good for this Dani Leigh. But Spirit is just like, yo, you got some real shit that you need to be like looking into. From this sexual shit, from just like this immaturity, her head being in the clouds, dealing with illusions. It's like her lying to herself. Not just that, her foundation. It's kind of just like you're trying to build a nest in another nest. It's like she keeps trying to find like husband or partner when they already have someone. And it's like she keeps finding herself in fucked up situations. She keeps accumulating bad toxic karma. And it's like she doesn't want to deal with that. She's like, fuck that shit. I'm too good for it. And this is really deep, right? Because people be like, yo, she's beautiful, all this shit. Inwardly, she's starting to decay. Inwardly, she's starting to age. I'm getting a vibe of filth. She's filthy inside. And you have to have spiritual eyes to see that shit. She's filthy inside. And it's kind of just like she's not addressing the shit that needs to be addressed. Heavy energies. Heavy energies. Now I'm going to be looking into the whole black female situation. Does she have something against black females? You know, she made that song, Red Bone or Yellow Bone. I don't know. Like, I never heard it, to be honest. I think it's Red Bone or Yellow Bone. And a lot of people were pissed off because she was saying basically, like, that's what the baby wanted. Basically putting down black females. But let's see, is there something else deeper going on? Does she have a thing against black females? What can we see? All right. Oh yeah, there's some pain. Oh yeah, there's some. I am so shocked. I am so shocked. There is some major situation with this heartbreak and pain. There's some trauma here. Oh, fuck. This is deep as hell, the energy that I'm getting. It's some trauma. She has trauma regarding these black females. Major trauma. It made her bitter. Not just that, it made her blind. If you know anything about this particular chart, it descended so deep that it became blind. So it's like her issues, her traumas are so deep that she can't even see the obvious. You know how like some people are coming to conclusions? She can't even see that shit. You know, she think like she's being low key, she's being hidden about shit, but she's so transparent. Like people can see through that shit, but she can't. There's some major trauma, guys. Not just that, a new beginning. She wants to move away from it though. She wants to move away from it, but she can't. If you look at this situation, this clownfish, it keeps descending into the darkness. It's moving away from the light, the life. It's moving away from the goodness. It's moving into darkness. Not just that, this Knight of Wands speaks of being wounded. She's definitely wounded. She has some scars that need to heal. These are fresh scars too. So it's showing me that, yeah, the shit that she has going on with black females, this shit is new. Like, it's kind of just like the wound keeps opening up, right? So it's kind of just like, let's just say if something happened like a while ago, she never gives it time to heal. Instead, she keeps like ripping off the scabs. So it's like all this drama, all this shit, she's not letting it heal. She's letting it affect her, and it's making her blind, and it keeps like descending her into darkness is what I'm seeing. Not just that, she's out to get some people. She's definitely out to get some black females. That's what I'm seeing. So I mean, guys, look at the imagery of these cards, right? You see this shit. There's some issues here. She definitely has issues against black females. Not just that, she's out to get some people. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, this is deep, right? Because the Three of Wands, it speaks of kind of like when you plot things, right? When you plot for the future, when you're plotting to like move forward, when you're plotting to travel. She's plotting some dirt. She plots a lot of shit. So it's not rumors. It's not speculation. This shit is legit. She's out to get some black females. She has some issues. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's no point to beat a dead horse because this shit has been exposed. Now then, I'm curious because that female, I don't know who she is because I don't listen to radio stations or anything, but this recent issue that she had with a female, like she was saying something like, I was going to ask like if you still hook up with the baby after he beat your brother's ass and all that shit. So let's see. Is she still hooking up with the baby? Oh, yeah, there's illusions here. Oh, fuck, the Tower. Yeah, she's still trying to control him. She's still trying to control him. She can't let it go. She has a grudge. And I know she made a song like, yo, this time I'm finally over it for sure. Like, I'm not going to fuck with you, basically. But she's still trying to fuck with him. She's still trying to control him. She's kind of just like, are you ready for me yet? You see how this female is looking? Just like, are you ready yet? That's her vibe. She's like, yo, are you ready yet? Not just that. This is so sad. This is so sad. The energies came out really graphic, but I don't even want to say it that way because that's not my style. But it's saying that she's still screwing this guy and she's trying to gain more money. And it's deep because it said that she's getting pennies. She's doing all this work. She's being degraded sexually. The baby is just doing some fucked up shit to her. And it's all for money. Look at this female face. She don't look too happy. Look at all this goddamn money, right? That's raining down, right? She don't look too happy. She's kind of just like, okay, like, this is good. There's kind of just like some pain in this female's face. That's going on with Leigh. She's still hooking up with the baby. This pain, it's not a good situation, guys. It's not just that, this tower. This is not a good situation. This is fucking up her mental health. She's fucking up her body. She's fucking up her spirit. Not just that, it's a lot of illusions in this situation. It's a lot of illusions. I'm getting witchcraft that's being backfired. I'm seeing her do the most. She's out here doing the most. She's doing the most, and what she's getting is pennies. She's not even happy. At the end of it, she's not even happy. You know, she's trying to present herself like, oh, I'm happy. She's not happy. She's alone. It's just her here by herself. Each card with a female is by herself. And then if this female is with someone, look, they're falling out. So it's kind of just like, her situation ain't good. But I'm seeing that, yeah, she's still hooking up with the baby. What else can I see about this situation? She sees it as courage, though. She sees it as courage, though. It's sad because she lies to herself. She's like, yo, if I fight this shit, I'm gonna make it. Like, if I still, like, convince him to make something of us, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna succeed. Like, she sees him as... And this is sick, but this is the vibes that I'm getting. She sees the baby as, like, her salvation. She's using her daughter to get close to the baby. She's using sex in her body to get close to the baby. But he's just dogging her out sexually. He's doing some real sick shit. Let's see. What else can I see regarding this situation? Nothingness. There's no vibe here. It's nothing good coming out of this shit, right? Look at this shit. What was I telling you? She's hooking up with this dude. She's trying to make something happen with this dude. And not just this dude. She's doing this with other dudes. Other dudes that have baby mamas. Other dudes that's married. This lady is a full escort, right? But nothingness. She's fucking up her foundation and she's receiving nothing in return. You know, nothing in return. It's not completing her. Damn. This is really sad. This is tragic. This is some tragic ass shit. She's the outsider. She's the outsider in this situation. She's waiting for the baby, but he's keeping her locked out. What was I telling you? That she's like, yo, are you ready yet? You know? She's just like, yo, like, are you ready to make things happen? What's going on with you? He think he's a king and shit. He's just like, I'm doing me. When I'm ready to get to you, I'm gonna get to you. Meanwhile, she's looking stupid and shit. And look, keeping her locked out as the outsider. It's a sad situation. Not just that, this card, this energy was showing me, like, she's out here doing the most, like, sexually, and she calls herself being playful. She think it's cute. She's like, yo, I'm being cute. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being that bitch. Like, she's lying to herself. You know how, like, when females get dressed up, they spend, like, fucking 3 hours and shit getting their wig together, getting their makeup together, all for a person that they're going to hook up with for, like, 2 hours and shit. Then they return back home, and they don't have nothing to show for it. It's that situation. She's out here getting dressed up, putting on makeup, doing the most, saying like, oh, I'm being cute, I'm being playful. You know what I mean? Lying to herself. Meanwhile, she's not complete in this situation. Deep as fuck. So yeah, she's still fucking with the baby. I'm gonna look and see what's going on with her and her brother, because I'm curious, like, yo, what's happening with her and her brother situation? So many damn cards here. So are her and her brother cool? What's going on with Dani, Leigh, and her brother? What can we see regarding this situation? They're close. They're close. I'm seeing that there's some love here. They're definitely close. But it's kind of just like giving me an energy of bad blood, right? It's an odor here. It's a stench. So it's like, yeah, they love each other, but there's some trauma here. It's like bad blood. So it's like they're close, but it's bad blood. Not just that, they both don't know how to feel about shit. I'm seeing boundaries have been crossed. This whole situation with the baby and how he like dogged out sort of just like Dani, Leigh, and the brother seeing that shit, it broke his spirit. It broke his spirit. It broke his foundation. It broke his beliefs. It's kind of just like a crime against humanity as far as how the brother feels. This is the brother's energy. He's kind of just like, I don't even know what to think of shit. Like, he don't even know how to, like, think of his sister. Because for him, it's kind of just like, you know, seeing someone that you love be dogged out, be humiliated. He knows, obviously, she a hoe. He knows the details that we don't even know, right? So it's kind of just like, for him, he's just like, fuck. It rocked him down to his core, to his soul. Like, it destroyed his image. You know how, like, we all have, like, our own, like, separate images from, like, our work image, our life image, our dating image. Like, all this shit has really rocked him to his core. So the brother, he's raw right now. Like, his spirit is raw. He loves his sister. I'm seeing that he really fucking loves his sister. He really loves her and he wants the best for her. But it's kind of just like he's keeping his distance. He's keeping his distance because she's toxic. I'm seeing a toxic situation. It's kind of just like him trying to give her good advice, him trying to be there, him trying to build her up. But the closer he gets to her, the more it tears him apart inside. So I'm seeing that, yeah, he definitely loves her. He looks back to their youth. That's what he looks back on. He's like, damn. But it's a fucked up situation. Again, it's an odor with this situation. It's a distance. It's pain. So it's kind of just like he cares about her, but he distances himself from her because he knows that she's not trying to hear anything. Not just that. It's kind of just like, you know how like when you love someone so much and they might be into some fucked up shit, it gets to a point where you have disdain for them, where you hate them. Because it's kind of just like, damn, like you going out like that, like I can't respect that, I can't fuck with that. And that's the vibe. He's in turmoil. That's what I'm seeing. This is his vibe. He's in turmoil. Let me see what's going on with Dani, Leigh, and her parents. Because there was issues with her parents. I predicted that, obviously. The only reason why I repeat these things is so, like, people know, like, the history. Because I know a lot of people are new to my channel and they don't know, like, the things I do. Because, you know, it's good to, like, remind people of these things, obviously. But if you look at a lot of my readings and shit, I be saying things before things happen, you know? I'm not just, like, one of those tarot readers that's not connected. But let's see what's going on with Dani, Leigh, and her people. Her people are trying to use her. Her people are exploiting her. That's what I'm seeing. Her people are trying to definitely exploit her. Not just that, it's some distance there as well. I'm definitely seeing some distance. It's kind of just like if she doesn't have anything to give them, they're not trying to fuck with her. And it's deep because they're throwing a lot of shit in her face. That's what I'm seeing intuitively. It's giving me a whole image. It's kind of just like, let's just say their garage is broken, right? They're kind of just like when she come around, or let's just say the brother might be talking to her and the brother's just like, yo, I'm talking to Dani. This is what's going on. And they're like, oh, okay, tell her come around. And it's just like, yo, can you fix the garage? Can you do this? And she's just like, fuck, really? Like every time I come around, it's just always some problems and you're trying to tell me do shit. And it's kind of just like, look, you humiliated the family. Not just that, we did all this shit for you. Like, that's how you live in the lifestyle you're living now because all the sacrifices we made. So that's what's going on with her and her parents. It's a distance there. It's the energy of not being satisfied. The Four of Cups speaks of unsatisfaction. I'm seeing unsatisfaction. Not just that, this Knight of Cups, she's not being loved. She's out here crying. She's out here being strong by herself. And I kind of like hesitated saying strong because she's really not being strong. But in her eyes, that's how she sees herself. She's like, yo, I'm here fighting for myself. I'm being a warrior for myself. Because things are awkward. Things aren't right between her and her people. That's what I'm seeing. It's a distance with this Hermit. And the Hermit is an interesting energy, right? Because it has to do with you processing things. That's why people like move away, or like, you know what I mean? That's why you enter into Hermit mode. So you can process wounds. You can process and heal yourself. It's distance. I'm seeing distance. And the only time they're happy, because this is an interesting Ace of Pentacles. It almost looked like it could be a, what, Three of Cups? It's like the only time they celebrate is when money's around. So that's what her people want. They want money, but it's distance. And she's all alone. So, I mean, it is what it is. I felt like this was an in-depth reading. You know, I don't know what else to ask. But, yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what you guys have to say about this, because I thought it was fascinating. If you made it this far, definitely press the thumbs up and take care of people.